Okay, so this is hypothesis testing. It's number 2 from section 10.5. And note that 10.5 really is just 10.2 and 10.3 mixed up. So when we had hypothesis testing in 10.2 where the underlying parameter was a proportion, and then in 10.3 where the underlying parameter was a mean. And so really all the problems in 10.5 are like the problems in 10.2 and 10.3, except you're not going to know until you analyze the wording of the question which type we're talking about. So let's read this question right here and figure out if the underlying parameter is a mean or a proportion. A simple random sample of size n equals 15 is drawn from a population that is normally distributed. The sample mean is found to be 19.7, and the sample standard deviation is found to be 6.3. Determine if the population mean is different from 25 at a 0.01 level of significance. So right here it says we're trying to figure if the population mean is different from 25. So that really is telling us the parameter is a mean, right? If it was a 10.2 question, it would talk about the proportion being, figure out if the proportion is different from 30% or something like that. So yeah, we're dealing with a mean here. The underlying parameters a mean. So the null hypothesis is that the mean of the population is 25. And our alternative hypothesis is that it is not equal to 25. So here we're asked to calculate the p-value. So for this, you need the t-stats calculator with summary. Okay, so here, and then we've got a summary of the sample stats. Okay, we know our sample size is 15, right? That's the first thing they told us. They told us the standard deviation is 6.3, and whoops, I think I flipped that around. The sample size is 15, my bad. And the sample mean here is 19.7. So we're doing a hypothesis testing to see, and the null hypothesis is that the population mean is 25, and we want to see if it's, we're going to see the alternative hypothesis is that it's not. Okay. And we just hit compute. And here it gives us the p-value right here that we're searching for in part B. Okay, and it just asks us to round to 3 places, 0.006. Remember, that's just what the p-value is the if it pretends that the population mean is 25 and says if that's so, what's the probability of drawing a sample that has this kind of low mean and a standard deviation of 6.3. And as you can see, there's a pretty low chance. The p-value for this is pretty low. So I hope that helps with part B.